180.
I got you. I got you. Kill. Check four. Check three.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Like 20. Check. Hot route. Go, 12. Let's go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in a bad position right now.
20. 4 down. 2 up.
Gurley again here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Super.
Check safety.
Hey, Echo.
Turn up. Kill.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Whirling.
53 is the mic.
Out of the gun. Goff going up top for Kupp. He's got him in. Complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been. Taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At their own 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Let's go,
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Check that. Watch twist. Check 30. Match box. Right.
Murray now on first down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line. 180!
I'm coming.
Value 3!
Now Goff on first down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Obama!
Check, 43. Yo.
Hey, wahoo!
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, defense.
Here we go. Is that?
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So don't say nothing. Clap. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
From the 38, Goff. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On second down, it's Logan, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Exit.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Murray now to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Charles Clay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Wide motion.
Super one.
Mike's 43.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
12, 12.
Alert flare. Alert.
And the blitz does come. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A gain of 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Super 66.
43's the Mike. 43's the Mike.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Goff on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. There he goes, right side. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Goff's throw here finds Woods, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Super.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Here's Murray from midfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hard ball, hard ball. Hey, Zoo.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up.
Hey, lift.
From the gun, here's Goff. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Banjo.
DC.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
To throw is gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Alpha.
43 is the mic.
From the 16, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You got time. You got time right there. Check three, check three, check three.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. 17. 17. 17. 43.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
14.
43 is the mic. Cut.
Go.
43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Now Goff. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal.
Here
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Safety's creeping. Check.
Back to throw, Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Back to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.